All right, guys. Caleb here. This year's PCA.
So much enthusiasm. I can already see how this is going to go.
And you guys know who it is. Steve Saka, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. How you doing, Steve?
I'm great. How are you? Is that hard at night, huh? That you like to...
It was a late night, Steve. About 2 a.m. We're surviving. We're here. It's noon. It took us a while to wake up. It's Steve Martin's fault. He kept us out.
Oh, yeah.
Chatting. Our Uber was coming, and he goes,
if your friends jumped off a bridge, would you jump off it too?
As long as it wasn't that high. And there was water. Yeah, and water. If there's cigars at the bottom of the bridge, I'm jumping in. So, Steve, what do you got new for everyone?
Oh, you know me, man. I always have a lot of new.
Oh, we got the spread out in front of us.
Yeah. I don't know. It's easier. New spicy beef stick. It's the Fatonga blend done in a 6x48. So stronger iteration of red meat lovers for those people that want a little bit more pop, a little bit more octane, a little bit more zip. We have the Sobremesa Tapa Negras. It's kind of the opposite of that. It's essentially the mild, smooth, creamy brulee blend, but you add a swath of a really heavy sun-grown Habano to the head of the cigar, and what ends up happening is as you smoke it, you have that dark, spicy tobacco in contact with your palate, so it gives you more richness, more flavor, a bit of pepper twinge, but it doesn't change the strength of the cigar. So the smoke you're smoking is still that mild brulee, but you're getting more, but you're getting it without the cigar becoming actually stronger. So until you smoke it into the dark, if you smoke it beyond the band into the dark, dude, you're interrupting their video, man. Like, good God.
That's what you guys get.
Like, really? He's such a fucking prima donna, that guy.
This is great content.
Yeah. Ronnie Haysha owes everybody an extra 10 points for messing up. El Secreto. Just say, I want the extra 10 points because you ruined the video. On anything but Dunbarton, though.
No discounts.
No discount there. But so it's if you decide to smoke it past the band and you actually get into if you decide to nub it, it's going to be like just such a night and day experience because you're then going to be smoking some really strong tobacco at the very end of the smoke. But most people that smoke mild cigars, they don't tend to be beyond the band smokers. A lot of it has to do with, Connecticut shade almost always turns bitter in the end, right? So most people that smoke really super light, mild, they don't smoke beyond the band. What else we got?
New Stillwell Star.
Yeah, we got a total revamp on Stillwell Star, ground up rebuild. All the blends have been changed. Leaned more into the aromatic. Took the aromatic #1, which was the most popular by far. And actually amped up the amount of pipe tobacco in that one, so it has even more of a aromatic presence. Also, totally reformulated the sweet tip. It's just completely different. There's so many sweet tips, and even with the original Stillwells, there's always that little bit of synthetic twinge to it. So I really wanted to get rid of that. I wanted to be more of a clean sweet. So it's kind of weird.
How do you do that?
I actually came up with a whole new way to make sweet tips that I don't actually want to talk about this year. I want to talk about next year, but I did something that's pretty dope. I'm actually really, it's going to be hard not to tell anyone because it's dope. But I don't want anyone to know about it yet.
We'll book you for the show to talk about.
Yeah, that one's kind of cool.
All right. It's very cool.
We color coded it. So like the original is the original band, so it makes it easy. And then we took a kind of a combination, like a transgender version of the holidays, and we blended the 2013 holiday and the 2023 and 2024, and kind of made a mashup in a Claro. And then the one I'm smoking is totally the English is totally changed the English pipe tobacco blend, toned down the Latakia to make it a little softer, toned down the burley to make it a little softer, did a whole new black tobacco. The black tobacco is a cigar recipe. It was a better complement to it. and then paired it with a sweet. And I think the sweet, I think the English Dulce, the sweet English, I think a lot of people are going to be really surprised when they smoke it. They're going to want to hate it. They're going to want to not like it, and it's going to be hard to not like. It really is. It's pretty trick. We got the Calibras.
Looking beautiful too, by the way.
Calibras are. Oh, you want me to do the Vanna White thing?
Yeah. Well, you know, these were so popular, we had to get interrupted. I figured they got to see it. This is what people were taking pictures for.
Yeah. You know, most Calibras are made out of Panatellas. Most Calibras are short fill because you got to have the flexibility to braid them. There have been some long fill ones. Davoff made long fill ones. Pete with his Old Man in the Sea, what was that, like 14, 15 years ago? That one was a long fill. Yeah, the Fausto too.
Just
oh, really?
One, yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we got a picture of it.
Yeah, so it's an iteration of the Mi Querida Liga. I made it 7x40, which is really big for a Calibra because I wanted to keep the integrity of the Mi Querida Liga, and I couldn't get it into a 38 or smaller. So I ended up going up a little bit, which surprisingly, you would think that 2 crummy ring gauges wouldn't matter. We end up basically cracking 1 out of every 4 cigars doing the braid. Yeah. I mean, sometimes we braid them and we get no cracks. Other times we braid them and we get 2 cracks. So we have about a 25% loss rate just making it 2 stupid ring gauges larger. But it turned out really, really nice. But look, it's a Calibra. It's a novelty kind of cigar.
People still enjoy them all the time, no matter what. Novelty or not.
I don't know if they really enjoy them. But they still, everybody wants to try it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things you're like, you know what? I'm going to order the Wagyu. I'm not going to buy it, but I want to try it. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird.
Someone make it for me.
Yeah.
Except for this guy wouldn't try some arancini Wagyu. We wanted to stop last night, but he's too picky to do it.
Really? It's beef.
Best cut. One of the best cuts.
I had Wagyu when we were in Las Vegas.
I know, but
you chicken finger and French fry.
Man, you are so Pennsylvania. Beef and potatoes. Beef and potatoes.
I'm Polish, man. That's ingrained. It's ingrained in me. Just meat and potatoes.
What else I got? Oh, we got the chubby unicorns. We've never made those for sale. We're still not making them for sale. We're only giving them to our best accounts as a thank you. But we've got those sexy little beasts.
And your favorite podcast.
Yeah, and your favorite podcast. You're actually not getting one of those for sample. And then we have the Corona sampler.
The Cosmic Corona.
7 different ligas. Took our Brule Blue, made a Corona. Took the Salito Red, made a Corona. Took Mi Querida Blue, made a Corona. Tricky Traca and Sin. They're all obviously existing blends, but we've never released any of them in a Corona size. And then I have 2 other Coronas. We called them Alpha and Omega. But I made those blends a long time ago, but I never released them because retailers just won't buy Coronas.
It's such a great size.
I know, but they won't buy them because it costs almost the same to make a Corona as a big size. So the price is a problem, and they won't buy them. But I think by doing this sampler format, so I made those for Muestra, but I never released them because if I made a Muestra release of Corona, I'm basically saying, oh, I want to sell 5,000 less boxes at the trade show. You're like literally saying, I don't want to make money by doing it. So I just have never released it. But with the success of the GFY sampler, where they bought all those Lancer, the number of those it was so crazy that we had to stop taking orders because we couldn't make them. Right. And so given the success that they had with that, I think they're going to be willing to do these Coronas in the sampler. So it's kind of a way to make them eat their veggies and still be happy about it. So I think that's going to be great for people that are Corona smokers. And you're going to get a pair of each, 7 different Coronas and just 7 different blends, 14 cigars, a pair of each in every box. So
what's the retail on the Cosmic?
That's a good question. I have it written down somewhere here.
I feel like that's a great
sampler. It is a nice sampler.
Well, I don't give anything away, so the retail is $216.30 a box. So at full MSRP, that would work out to $15.45 a Corona. You got to figure that they're probably going to knock 10% off, at least on a box purchase. So you're probably going to be somewhere sitting around like 186-ish, 187. is kind of what I imagine. And you're getting 7 different things in a Corona size.
It's a bomb sampler.
Yeah.
Hey, good sampler. If you guys are on the lookout for a sampler,
In
you're gonna
Corona.
find it.
You gotta
In
be a Corona.
size.
Yeah, you gotta be Corona.
You
But
got to get more people on that. I will say, you had the Gorilla last year there.
yeah,
I don't like Gordo.
Yeah.
That was probably the best Gordo.
yeah. Thank you.
I genuinely
Well,
despise
I think one of the things that helps is I think by doing that 109 bullet style head on it, it then makes it more palatable to have in your mouth. 'Cause you don't, you know what I mean? It's like, because you can cut it where you want to cut it. So then if you want to make it feel like it's a 48 in your mouth, you can make it feel like it's a 48. You want to make it feel like a 54, you can make it, you know what I mean? So I think it gives you that flexibility.
Get that play.
Yeah. So you can kind of make it the ring gauge mouthfeel wise that you want to make it. So I think that goes a long way. And look, we have that same thing in Brulee. We do that kind of style, and it works really, really well. Because I'm not a big 60, 64 ring gauge guy myself, but when you do the Vitola that way, I personally find it like, okay, I can do this. And, look, and the thing too is, when you step up those ring gauges, it makes the cigar milder, smoother, easier, right? So there is a lot of appeal for those larger formats from that. I know most people think that consumers only smoke those big cigars. And there's some. They only do it because they just want to look tough, number one. Or number two, they feel like they're just getting so much more cigar for their money. But I think a lot of it is, it just ends up smoking a little cooler, a little milder. So I actually think and you notice that a lot of people that smoke those really large ones, they tend to be in the early years of their cigar smoking, right?
Yeah,
in the
that's how
first
some of
10
us started
years,
off.
right?
That's how I started.
Right. So, where we used to have tons of mild cigars in the marketplace. Like, even the mild cigars we release today aren't mild compared to what mild cigars were 30 years ago. And, so I think it's an avenue for someone that wants something mild, but it's new. Here you go. You take it in this really fat ring gauge, and it just instantly becomes more mild. Just the same way as a Corona in that blend is going to end up being a little spicier, a little stronger, a little more peppery, because the ring gauge has such a huge impact on the strength level of the cigar because of the combustion difference.
I used to be one of those guys, bigger ring gauge back in the day.
Bigger ring gauge, better
you're
value.
Like, the price. You're getting more tobacco. It's a bigger cigar. And then now I'm just like, nah, I can't do that, man. I gotta.
And look, here's the problem with Corona. The delta from a factory level of making Coronas to double Coronas is only about 15 to 18 points. So those are $15 cigars, right? Could make a double Corona, it'd be a $17.95 cigar. So you as a consumer, you're looking at this going, well, this I smoke for an hour and a half, and this I smoke for 45 minutes, right? I understand it, but it doesn't change what it actually costs to do it. And actually, if it's like a really complex blend, like a Sober Mesa blend that's got 5 different fillers, it's actually technically, it's harder to make the Corona than it is to make the Toro, because you got to be so much more careful with the proportioning and the bunching. So it's actually more labor intensive to make that Corona. It's not like back in the old days where cigars had 3 fillers, a Seco, Viso, Lajero, and oftentimes the same tobacco. And there's a lot of legacy brands in the marketplace, regardless of what the marketing weenies say is in it, is really the same. It's the same thing, just in the different textures of tobacco. And the things we make today are just so much more complex with so many different textures that when you try to scale it to a small size, it becomes a real challenge. So, but I think the Corona sampler will work. We'll find out. We'll see. Talk to me again. Talk to me in 3 days. We'll see. We'll see if retailers agree with me.
When are these being expected to hit the shelves and be available at retail?
So, Red Meat Lovers, those are going to land in May. Tapa Negras are going to land in June. We're going to have a reprisal of more 10th Jubilees because we have a lot of people asking for more 10th Jubilees.
They were awesome.
We're gonna bounce those out. They're going to come. No, Stillwell's going to come first. The new Stillwells are going to hit the retailers in August. The reprisal on the Jubilees will hit September. The Lengua de Suega Calibras and the retailers are going to get their chubby unicorns in October. And then the Coronas are going to come just in time for the holidays in November. So we try to
stack lineup for the rest of the year.
We're making a whole bunch of new stuff all the time. if we just dropped it on our retailers' heads right after the trade show, it's punishing.
Yeah.
It's also punishing on the Dunbarton, guys that really like our cigars. Those folks. This way, it gives
You
them
gotta
some.
pick.
It gives them
Yeah.
something to look forward to every 4 to 8 weeks. Oh, okay, here you go. Okay, I can take those 10 cigars. Oh, I can take these. You know what I
New
mean?
box to pick up every month or so.
Yeah, because look, most Dunbarton people aren't the I smoke a cigar on Friday or I smoke a cigar on the golf course with my buddy. Most of our customers are like really serious cigar smokers. They smoke 3 or more cigars a day. So 10 cigars when we drop 10 or 13, depending on the box size.
It's 3 days.
Yeah, it's 3 days worth of cigars. So it doesn't phase them. But if all this stuff dropped at the same time,
Could hurt the pocket.
yeah, you can't plan. And the other thing too is we like to tell everybody when we're dropping this stuff so they can understand that this is coming, and maybe don't pay for your kids' braces. Maybe go Jenny, we're into Jenny's braces.
You could be a little
Because
crooked for one more year. You're not
I'm not interested in I'm not interested in Calibra. So yeah, October. I'm gonna skip
Yeah,
that
we'll schedule your
one. Right, so
appointment
Jenny,
with the
you're gonna get your
braces.
brace fitting in October. Yeah.
Maybe you're not too good at T-ball. We'll skip baseball this year.
Yeah.
I got that new sampler back.
Soccer's cheaper.
Yeah, soccer
Yeah.
is very cheap.
Only got to buy cleats and a ball.
Yeah, too. You're like talking about football or hockey.
Yeah,
Hockey is crazy.
That's what I pay.
Ice time, equipment. Yeah.
That's a real cash investment. You know the thing about
A stick
hockey?
is $400.
Not just the money for the gear in hockey. The other problem with hockey is the ice time. Because when you're young and you get into hockey, you have the most miserable ice times. You really have the 6 a.m. on the
Yeah.
ice time, right?
Our college practice started at 6.
Yeah.
So you're up at 4:50.
Wow.
I used to have college baseball practice at 10 o'clock at night. It was absolutely terrible.
So yeah, we got a lot of stuff. It's kind of crazy.
All right, we got lots to review then.
Yeah.
We'll squeeze it in there. We'll make time.
Yeah, you'll have to endure.
I know.
woe's me.
For us. We got to smoke some good cigars. Give it reviews. All right, Steve. So have you hit up Caesars?
No, I don't gamble at the trade shows
Okay.
at all. Like we're in Vegas, and
That's
I
a
just
different
want
story.
to, want to smoke a cigar. I might sit down at a slot machine just to kill time, but I actually get annoyed when I win. I just want to be there and just be the gerbil, hitting the button and smoking my cigar. And when you hit the number that they have to then take your license and charge you the taxes, I actually get annoyed by winning like that because I just want some peace and quiet. I don't want the red light. I don't want to lose money, but I just want to sit there and punch the button and be chill because that's why I'm there. I'm not looking to win, but no, there's no time at the trade show. Trying to gamble. My experience, I never had luck when I'm trying to gamble in a time frame. Anytime I win money is always when I get to gamble at my own pace. You know what? I'm feeling kind of about it. I woke up in the morning. Let me go down at 8:30. But trying to gamble between I got the trade show, I got to be at this dinner, and I got 45 minutes, and you're trying to make it happen. For me, it's a recipe for just making a donation. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you just want to go back and relax after all this.
But no Caesars.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm too old for Bourbon Street. I don't want any of that nonsense. I mean, the only thing is, of course, New Orleans, the food is crazy good. Well, except for you guys,
Except for if you're picky.
Mr. Chicken Fingers over here. But
We'll try to get him to do some alligator.
Over here.
We'll try to get him to do some alligator or something, frog legs.
some turtle soup.
Yeah, that's another thing you turn down.
Yeah, I ain't having no turtle soup.
And an actual shell.
No fucking turtle soup.
You know what? Honestly, I wish they made it just with crab. Yeah, I mean,
He doesn't like seafood.
oh well, you're in the wrong city for sure.
I'm gonna lose weight on this trip. How's that possible?
You're gonna make it up in bourbon.
Yeah, seriously.
Bourbon and beer.
Well,
All right, Steve, I got one last question for you.
yeah,
I know you got the Alpha and the Omega blend in the Cosmic Sampler.
yeah.
And all these new ideas. What happens? Do you ever think there'll be a time when there's no more fresh ideas? Or is it just more experimenting and more playing around?
So right now I'm kind of stepping on my own dick because I make so
It's
much
huge.
stuff, right? It's so it's kind of like I'm competing with myself. look, Sin keeps growing, Sober Mesa keeps growing, Nikkei Rita keeps growing, Red Meat Lovers keeps growing. So far, I don't seem to be stealing my own sales yet. I like creating new stuff. It's the part that I enjoy the most. I do need to slow down a little because
you got a lot of posts all the
I
time.
mean, when we talked
Can't
about
keep
this,
up.
this seems like 5 or 6 things, but Stillwell alone is like 6 total new blends because this between the 2 sizes of the Toro, and now we're making the Corona Gorda. So that's a lot of work to make these pipe tobacco cigars. To make what seems like a no-brainer, the Coronas, we don't make those sizes. So each one of those needed personal attention to make those. So there's really like 7 new things in that box. 1 new thing between the 2 sizes. You know what I mean? So it's actually a lot more work than it even appears when you just look at it in a package thing. And then of course I've got, I mean, what did we do last year? New exclusives. We did Kana Lam, we did Fiddlehead, and we did something Leche Burra, right? And those,
Gorilla Gorda.
yeah, but Gorilla Gorda is extension on Mi Querida. So that the math on that one wasn't hard, but yeah, it's a lot. I mean, every year I say I'm gonna do less next year, and every year I don't.
The brain's still firing up
Yeah.
different ideas.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I'm already working on next year.
And the recipe book
Yeah,
is still growing.
I already have. In fact, one of the things for next year I started working on 2 years ago. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna do it until I don't want to do it anymore. Just that simple. But yeah, I should trim it. I should stop a little. I should slow down. But then again,
You got the love of the game.
and also I'm greedy. I mean, and look, if our customers are interested in trying the stuff that we make, you know, they're gonna spend those dollars. Look, cigar junkies are cigar junkies, right? So why not let them spend the money, you know, with Dunbarton? And if they're happy to do it, then that's even better. So I don't know. You know, you always ask people, you know, what's your 5-year plan, your 10-year plan? The only time I ever had like one of those plans was when I was enlisted in the Navy. I knew I wasn't going to re-enlist. That was the only time That was the only time I had like a 5-year plan. I'm like, why the hell did I do this?
This will be over in 4. What am I going to do with that?
Right. But that's like the only time in my entire life that I knew what the plan was. And I didn't even know what the plan was. I just knew I wasn't going to repeat what I was doing. Right? I knew it was
get out.
Right. So I don't know. I've never been the person that thinks in those kind of terms. So I don't know. Maybe next year I decide I'm not even going to come at all. Maybe I just retire. Say fuck it.
Just take a vacation somewhere else.
I don't know. Yeah, like I said,
He's gonna hit us with the big daddy. My 5-year plan is don't die.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Also a good plan.
It's a very good plan. I didn't really think I had a plan for that one, but probably I do, being as fat as I am. I probably should start thinking in those terms. You know? Yeah. It's getting dark.
It's taking a dark turn, but,
Yeah.
you know, you expect things like that from us.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
don't
about that Stillwell Maduro.
I don't know. I mean, okay, well, let me turn it around. What is the plan for you guys for the Down to Herf podcast? Do you have some master 5 years from now? You're going to be a media empire. You're all going to stop being, you're all going to turn in your badges and you're going to live off the wonderful receipts of telling people about cigars? I mean, you have that master plan?
I think the thing is, for us, this is still a hobby.
Right.
This is a part-time job for us.
Right.
We just have fun. We like this shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's the plan for us. Just continue growing relationships with people in the industry. Get out there, get our name out there.
Right.
Grow the podcast. You know,
I mean, most of you guys burn out.
sure.
Sometimes it happens.
I mean, because it's hard generating content, being fresh. Everybody has families. Everybody has jobs. I mean, it's like, so it's really hard. That's why if you look, there's very few like OGs. I was surprised the other day. Like I shared a review from a guy. He's been doing this since like 2004. steady,
I'm not gonna lie.
all in every time. And he's like, and nobody even barely knows he exists because he doesn't. He's not a marketing guy. He just likes to do it, and he just keeps doing it. I'm talking about Tiny Tim.
I got nothing but respect for anybody that puts the time in. Obviously, the three of us, and you do appreciate. You know that we do go out there. We cover all this stuff for everybody.
Oh.
We enjoy doing it, and it's tough. I props to anybody out there that does podcasts.
It's a lot of work.
They don't blog.
They don't have any idea how much work it actually is.
It eats into your personal life. It eats
Yes.
into your family life.
Yes.
And then you have to answer the questions to your wife. Like, she's like, this isn't your job. This is your hobby. Your hobby is now starting to affect.
But see, the response to that is it could be gambling. It could be blow. It could be hookers. Be happy. I'm sitting around smoking cigars with my two friends
in your backyard,
talking about cigars, right? So I mean, it's like really. I mean, as far as ways that guys piss away time, it's a pretty benign way to do it.
Yeah, we could be in jail somewhere.
Yeah. So
I almost did go to jail on the flight.
Really?
Apparently, you can bring mini bottles on the plane, but it's frowned upon to drink it.
Yeah, you can't drink you can't bring your own booze on a plane to drink.
$5,000.
I don't have that, so they're not getting it.
That's why you got to take the Pro Alky tip and put it in a water bottle, man.
Okay. I'll do that on the way back.
Yeah. You got to put it in the water bottle, then they don't know.
This is not a
and look, and if you're doing brown, you put it in like an energy drink bottle, like maybe a Gatorade bottle that's got a tinted color.
Right in a Monster.
Yeah. Yeah, just take your Monster, put it in a Gatorade bottle. Looks the same, they don't know, whatever. Or the other way around, take your whiskey, put it in a Monster. You can't do the can.
Yeah.
You need something to screw on top.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Steve, I'd like to thank you for your time, for the company, for the whiskey, for showing all the new products off.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm just trying to pimp.
Pimp away, Daddy. Pimp away. Thank you, and for also being a sponsor of the show. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the time of your day.
Thank you.